What's up? It's Robert from Existence First, Mental Training for a Modern World. So today's video is going to be called How to Stay Positive When Everyone Around You is Negative. This is a situation that I feel like I encounter many times, and so I've developed certain strategies and also a certain mindset, so I'm going to explain that right now. Let's start with the idea of their negativity and what that sounds like so that we're on the same page. When I hear negativity, it often sounds something like this, well, just one problem after another, or, well, if the government would actually do something about it, or, I couldn't sleep at all last night because in my hotel room, all the neighbors down the hallway were slamming doors until 2 a.m. Those are examples of kind of negativity that I've heard, actually real examples, okay? So step one is becoming aware of what that sounds like. Okay, you need to know what the enemy looks like before you can defeat it. Number two, it requires this new thinking about our own psychology, about the mind. That's what this Existence First channel is about, real psychology. So let's get real, okay? The mind, and no psychology professor will say this, right? That's why I made this channel. The mind is like a VIP club. It's like a VIP nightclub. You got the big bouncer at the front with the chain, big muscle dude, and any person that's not supposed to be in the club, he does not let them through the line. They can line up all they want, but they will be patted down, they will be inspected. If they have weapons, they'll be turned away. If they're not on the guest list, they'll be turned away. That's how it works, okay? And that's how the mind should work. So people can be negative all they want. They can line up in front of my mind all they want, but they will be inspected before they're let into the mind. That's one way to look at it. Let's use a couple different analogies. Second analogy, when someone is being negative, that negativity is like a parasite. So it's looking to hook onto another host and suck energy. So it's kind of like they're throwing out this hook and boom, boom, boom. And they want it to hook on to your psychological energy. And if it does, then it'll start pulling your psychological energy away. And that's what it feels like when you give in to the negativity and you start responding to them. And, they say something like, yeah, everyone's getting COVID these days. And then you get into it with them and you're like, no, that's not true. Or, why are you being so negative? Or that's already too much investment. You've already let them into the club. So you kind of have to look at it this way. They're saying some sort of statement, well, that's why management never does this or that the right way or blah, 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 right? And so already you can see, number one, they're generalizing. They say they never do it the right way. So they're already generalizing. Apart from just being negative, they're just being inaccurate. And so as you hear these things, it does tell you something. It tells you something about that person's perspective that you're talking to. But that's not the same as letting it hook onto your energy. That's sort of like you see it, you inspect it. When I was a kid, I think I had this great uncle or somebody who used to give me these coins from other countries, like foreign currency. And I think he thought it was really cool, but it never did anything for me because I couldn't go to Toys R Us and buy anything with it. I was like, okay, what is this, a nickel from China or something? Like what am I going to do with it? To me, it's like a piece of metal. And so that sort of relationship to the object of this, okay, well, there's nothing I can do with this. Like, what am I supposed to do with this, right? That's the attitude with which to approach other people being negative. It's like, what am I going to do with this? You wouldn't push it away. It's like, oh my God, a Chinese coin, get it away from me. Like, no, it's just like, okay, like, I don't know, it's kind of like almost like a broken phone. Like, what are you going to, like, almost if you have like a broken smartphone, it's like, what are you going to do with it? It's like, it has no value to me. So here's the golden phrase to use when it comes to your internal dialogue. Another way to monitor your mind and control your own emotions is by controlling your internal dialogue. So when someone says something negative, your internal dialogue should be, your negativity is not relevant to me. Your negativity is not relevant to me. And then you go back to whatever you're trying to accomplish. So that's the lesson for today. I know there's a lot of other examples of what people might say when they're being negative, and I just couldn't think of them all. So if there are some that you think of that I didn't mention, go ahead and write those in the comments below so that we can kind of build up our arsenal of how to defend against these negative environments. Think deeply and put your existence first.